invite your dopest and talented musicians. Fun filled, check. Excitement, check.
We are super excited to serve you with the latest.
Hello, good morning, lovely viewers. Welcome to yet another edition of our Morning Star show here on MSTV with me, Asmau Ashiru Bawa. Today is 20th November 2020. That is 17 days more to election 2020. With me, Asmau Ashiru Bawa, we're going to take you through the headlines on our newspapers today. Together with me is my colleague Isa Abubakar, who will help me with some of the headlines on the newspaper. Let's take a quick commercial break. If we come back, we take it from there. What's that?
Fun filled, check. Excitement, check.
We are super excited to
Welcome back to yet another show. If you're just joining us, this is the Morning Star here on MSTV. With me is my colleague Isa Abubakar, who will be taking you through some of the headlines that make waves here on the dailies we have here today. Isa, good morning.
Good morning, how's it?
Fine. Today is Friday, Juma Atubabarana.
Very well, good morning. You know, Juma is being one of the, everybody say like, thank God it's Friday. So
yes, thank God it's Friday.
Sure.
If you're just joining us, this is the Morning Star show here on MSTV. Kindly like and share our programs on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Here you can have the first bite of all what we have. We're going to like all the programs, the interesting programs that will be airing every day, anytime. Kindly join and like our programs this morning. Let's start with the headlines on the newspaper. I have the daily graphic with me. What is here? It's like, oh wow, interesting. Provide army to 24-hour security. This is from the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He's calling on the Security Council to the security to provide security for Martin Amido. I think we'll talk about this more later on our program. And honor Rawlings with peaceful election. This is from the House of Chiefs that charges Ghanaian that we should honor Rawlings with a peaceful election. Vice President pays for watches service with QR code scanner. This is another interesting.
Ghana is growing digitally.
Yes, digitally. This is another interesting. And 10 more defund company gazetted, but unit security's challenge order in court. So we'll see what is here. But let's go through the page 13 of the daily graphic. It says, honored Rawlings with peaceful election. This is from the National House of Chiefs has called on all Ghanaians to work toward making this year general election peaceful in honor of the late former president Jerry John Rawlings. That, the chief said, would be a befitting send-off for the former president who ushered in the Fourth Republic, the longest lasting Republican period currently being enjoyed by a Ghanaian. What do you have with you, Isa?
I think Ghanaian Times is talking about special voting, which is going to happen December 1st. And we all know that December 1st has a lot to play because the people who are going to govern the election will be actually vote on December 7th.
So that is we have 10 or 11 more days to that.
Exactly. We have a couple of weeks ahead of the special voting. We have 195,757 voters nationwide, and that will include security personnel, journalists, election officials, anybody inclusive, people that are going to make sure that elections are properly done. And that says by Jane Mensah. I think she's ready to strike now, so Ghanaians are expecting a lot from her. And then this is what happened to Yaw Safmafo. Says education critical in achieving Ghana beyond aid. Safmafo, you can find that on page 11. And the former president Jerry John Rawlings was fair firm principled Dr. Ejapon. You can find that also on page 11. So far that is Ghanaian Times what we have here this morning.
With me, I have the daily guide here. And what is there is MPP targets 35% for Nana, 5 seats in Volta region. You can find this story on page 6 of the daily guide. And again, the QR code system starts. There is you can find the story at page 6 of the daily guide. I said yesterday Baumia was there to buy watch
at Antimonist End, right?
Yes.
Yes, I think with the QR system, it's something that if you have a travel experience, you can like you think this is a good thing, a good move for Ghana. So far, whatever MPP doing is kind of like one step ahead. It might not be now, but I think sooner or later.
What I heard someone was saying yesterday was that Baumia is trying to take the job from the armed robbers. Now people don't need to have money all around them for the armed robbers.
That's what I'm saying. I think if you have to plan ahead, okay, so planning ahead, that's why I'm inclined with Baumia, because with a QR system, if you travel, you have that experience and realize that nobody can monitor whether you have cash or not.
Yes.
So
Okay. So on Daily Guide, let's see. NLA denies Joy News Android film. Wow, Android film. You can find these on page 3 of the Daily Guide. And again, education pivotal for Ghana beyond aid is on page 6 of the Daily Guide. Again, go after them. Ofosu Ampofo take place in courts. Ofosu Ampofo, this issue has been a hot and bad issue about this leaked tape of the national chairman of the opposition National Democratic Congress, Samuel Ofosu Ampofo, in which he incited NDC's members against some key public officials in the country, was yesterday played before an Accra High Court.
That's a whole lot happening in and
yes,
about
and
now.
you can find the story on page 3 of the Daily Guide.
We have a couple of days to election and there's so many things popping up.
Yes.
The inside, say corruption. Kuku Azao, DK panel, Kuku Nana Akufo-Addo over Ghana's poor ranking. And that is becoming another thing. I don't know who is ranking this whole stuff, because somewhat I think Ghana is moving in a direction where it's not fast, it's not slow. Because Fourth Republic, as we keep honoring Jerry, nothing has changed from since. So if Ghana is ranking this way, well, I don't know, but system needs to be checked about. NLA boss denies selling 10 million points of sales terminal, drags Joy News and Joy FM to court over the same issue as we just read earlier. Morocco aggression in Western Sahara attract global condemnation. I think Morocco also serving as a hub or connecting to other countries having issue with the same African countries around them. Statistical Service unhappy over reopening of schools. And you can find that story at page 2 as well. I don't know what it means, but I think school has to be open because now the kids may be seriously being something else.
Yes, where the report was it from?
Okay, that's in page 2. So let me check what is here. Yeah. So they're talking about the school reopen. GSS saying that they said that it's planned to carry out 2021 housing and population census affected the school opening in January. I don't think it's necessary, because if you want to do your census, then school has to open.
Yeah.
Because we have issue at hand where I don't really know how kids are feeling right now, psychologically, emotionally, whatsoever. Because if kids are going back to school now, then Ghana have problem. Because if they don't go back to school, then the economy is going to face another challenge, how to solve our education issue. So that is therefore there.
Okay, I have with me the Ghanaian publisher says, give army the 24-hour protection. This is from Akufo-Addo directs IGP. And the NLA boss goes to court over multimedia investigative documentary. And then Chief of Staff loses elder brother. This is a sad name. Honorable Akusia Freeman Seopari. She loses her elder brother.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah.
That's very sad.
Dr. Ajapon eulogizes Rawlings, say he was fair, firm, and principled. This is what we have here on the Ghanaian publisher front page.
Okay. And now the Daily Post. Daily Post is also saying that blame Nana Akufo-Addo if I am harmed, says Martin Amidu.
Yes, I think we'll play the voice later, and
because for a second, Nana
we'll
just authorized that he needed security.
Yes.
Another minute, he's saying that if I'm armed. So if something happens to Amidu now, then we'll look into what happened. And then going forward, we have 2 aides of ex-President Jelly John Rawlings reportedly picked up by the BNI, which I don't think is something relevant.
If you can get us where the story is here, and then after then you read what's
what's happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what happened here. So Nana Akufo-Addo trying to bribe police personnel with a 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes,
I don't know what it means. And then Rawlings says he was fair, firm, and that was said by Ejapon, Dr. Ejapon.
Yeah.
And a whole lot has been happening. Let me check the story with
it's true. He was fair
Rawlings
and he's a very
picked up.
principled man.
Really?
Yes.
Well, we check out to see that. Let me see what happens with the aid being picked up.
What page is it at?
Okay, you can find it at page 6 in the Post, Daily Post. Okay, so Rollins aid has been picked up. Executive Chairman Group. That doesn't seem, because they are not even relevant. The 2 aid of ex-President Jerry John Rawlings have been picked up by the officers of what Beru National Investigation from their house. Unclear why the 2 Beru picked them up. So we are now going to look.
I'm sure further information will come out from this. Yeah.
Because that interview on 3FM also says something about security operation numbering, but yes, until further notice, because nothing has been popped up yet. It's kind of like, I think, alleged something. So we are yet to verify what will be following.
With the QR code system, Isa,
yeah,
I want to see you having that system so that you'll be operating your up and down, paying your kaswa tractor with them.
Well, I just think it's very nice thing, okay?
Yes.
Anytime something new or something good being introduced, Ghanaian needs to take time, understand what goes into it, the motive or what, because we are kind of like stereotype minded. That is why we hardly see change.
But my question is,
yeah,
the woman selling watch by the roadside,
sure.
Auntie Muni, let me say she's
just a watch seller.
Okay.
Okay, so let me explain. The details is, it's just a system. Everybody a company that have registered system, all right? You are registered with the Registrar General. You have some qualification or some entitles or some other stuff. If you want the system to work for you at your company, your sales shop or whatever, there will be just a registration, something small for you. So a buyer will just come and scan. Now we're moving somewhere that you don't have to carry cash with you.
Cash with you.
Like, usually Africans will be like, Americans never hold $1,000 before, but they have millions of them. So I think it's a good thing. This can be part of Bawumia's legacy anyway, because I have a bit of experience from Kenya. I have the same experience in Africa somewhere, and this is very nice. I know you do the same thing when you travel out there.
This is very nice, Isa, you're saying, but looking at the situation we are in now, do you think this QR system is going to work here?
Okay, so my problem is, it's not about the system, it's about how we reach out to people, get people to understand. Because anytime the government put up something new, what we need is to create a system or like get people to understand. Because if I understand something, using them or criticizing the thing will be difficult. But if I don't really have a clear picture of whatsoever the thing may be, that is what I doubt. Because yesterday, looking at Bawumia's and the team saying, I buy watch it with this. Maybe when you go to the mall, people are already been using it. With some other shops. But now it's going general.
To the lower market.
Like reaching out to everybody. So now that is coming out, they have to find a system where Ghanaians will understand. Because this is it. How do you get people to be liberated about what you think it is? What are entails?
Now let's look at this. NLA denies Joy News Android phone, according to Daily Guide, an Android film. I don't know if they mean like they use the phone to record whatever, and they deny the NLA.
Sorry to say, not being biased, but just as the week started, and when we have the issue of Martin Amidu, exactly I said that something will come up to brush it. But something that will come to brush it may not necessarily be firm or not. And the NLA boss...
But all these have to do with corruption.
Yes, all this has to do with corruption. Exactly. You know, anytime there's something happening at that moment, something has to be like flash. So if there's party A or team A doing something,
to just attention.
Scrap it. Yes, so that's what happened. I told you at some point Monday that something will happen within the course of the week, because we have the alleged from the Cocoa Board. They said it's alleged. Nobody have any better source from it. So now this happened. And now that he has been able to drag Joy Multimedia to court, that means there's nothing like truth. And says the film is from Android. So now what do we say then?
Android film indeed. Viewers, kindly send in your comments and please like and share this program that is the Morning Star on MSTV, so that you'll be able to have the first upper hand of all our programs here on MSTV. Muntata number 2 da ya shafi wato sharhin jaridu. Mun duba jaridu da muke da shi, mun duba batun Daily Graphic, mun duba headlines nasu da kuma Ghanaian Times da Daily Guide da Publisher, Daily Post da kuma Insight. Wayannan su ne labaran da muka tattauna, headlines da ya fito gaban pages nan, kuma wanda kai neman wani karin bayani ya yi je sai wannan wato daily ko kuma wannan jaridan ya duba ainihin information da ya kunshi. Za mu je mu dawo, idan muka dawo ina da wasu baki biyu wanda za mu tattauna harkokin da ya shafi yau da kullum. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I have two special guests I will be having a conversation with on this session. Isa Abubakar, thank you so much for your time here this morning.
You're
I
welcome.
really appreciate the kind of TikTok information we have do today. So we'll take a quick commercial break. If we come back, we'll take it from there.
Good morning, sir. So we can do a recorded interview now.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I'm looking at a publication on Ghana Web suggesting that you have some hidden medical records from Germany that you have not released to the public, and he's daring you to do so. What do you say to that?
Oh, the allegation is coming from an incredible source, a person who has lost all credibility as far as truth is concerned. I mean, Kennedy Ajapon is known in Ghana as somebody who speaks lies at any person of integrity who tries to fight corruption. So I am not surprised that he will stoop that low, to make accusations without any foundation in fact or in truth. I have never been to Germany on any occasion. For a medical checkup. I don't know any German hospital or any German clinic, and therefore his allegations are false.
He said that this came up.
He has documents on me having gone for medical treatment in Germany. He should produce them because my passports are available. I have not been to Germany. Indeed, I don't know Germany, let alone to go for a medical treatment. The whole of my journey from the PNDC in 83 to when I left office on the 19th, I did not have the opportunity to visit Germany, let alone to visit a medical facility.
He talks about Muhammad Yarga having had this information before your vetting, but was impressed upon by John Muhammad.
Muhammad Yarga is my son, who incidentally I had to lead an investigation against because of public duty. Muhammad Yarga will tell the public that he holds no medical record on me having visited Germany. And I do not think that the attribution to Mama Yarga is true, because Mama Yarga will never, and I repeat, never make such false allegations against me as his father. He would have been ostracized by the chiefs and people of the Kusao traditional area for such a blatant lie. And I challenged him to get Mama Yarga on the phone to confirm that he had documents proving that I had been to Germany for any type of treatment whatsoever.
What would you do to him?
Mama is the person who asked Mama Yarga not to publicize those documents. President Mama is alive, he's not dead. He should speak to it. I don't know why a simple matter of a Japan Royalties Limited transaction, over which I conducted an anti-corruption assessment under law, should lead to all these lies being told about me. Yesterday it was that I used an office speaker to be permanent. I've never had a farm in my life. I've never entered an office pickup in my life. I had my own pickup and I never farmed with it. I had my own Camry, brand new. It's now only 500 kilometers because I have to use government car and abandoned it. The wires were eaten by mice. Just last week I sent it to government and they put it in proper shape and repair. So what is all this lies? Simply because somebody has performed a professional duty and responsibility. Please, I going to give any press interview about my resignation. I was not going to talk to the press. I am being pushed by so-called responses to me, which contains blatant falsehoods, to speak. But I do not want anybody to blame me when I speak out and it becomes unpalatable. So, either the attack stop, or I will defend my integrity, even if that means my death. It is something I won by dint of hard work from the PNDC to date. And I'm not going to allow anybody, not even a president, to pull that integrity into the mud.
Why do you think a sitting MP would make these statements against you, a sitting MP from the incumbent party? And what will you do to him now that you are challenging these claims that he has made?
That sitting MP has the character of assassinating every responsible person's character, including judges of the Superior Court. So why would anybody give him credibility? But you see, he has enough money. He owns a radio station, TV station, and all those things. I am a poor man who has tried to lead a straight and narrow life and crusaded against corruption without asking for payment. So, he will try to destroy me. You know, anybody who tries to fight corruption must be aware from the beginning that corruption will fight back. And all that is going on is corruption fighting back and they're demonstrating that the whole rhetoric about fighting corruption was mere rhetoric. The time for reckoning has come. And nobody should push me. I repeat, nobody should push me.
Ghanaians would want to know how you're taking your retirement. And when you say nobody should push you, who can really speak to these people who are pushing you to stop?
Well, I'm speaking to you. And they should tell their people they have wrongly briefed to be telling lies about me to stop before I decide to respond. And when I decide to respond, I will do so without fear or favor. And as I told you, even to the extent that if my life will be laid for speaking the truth and defending the Constitution of Ghana as by law established, I will do so.
How is
now I'm a private citizen. Nobody can control me. And I have a constitutional right to defend myself and the Constitution of Ghana as by law established. Corruption and corruption-related offenses are forbidden by the Constitution. An assessment of anti-corruption is something allowable under the Constitution. And it must not be subsumed under personal attacks. It must stop.
How is a citizen vigilante doing, though?
Well, now I'm talking to you as citizen vigilante. And that is what they should remember.
Thank you for speaking to us.
Let me tell you one thing.
Yes.
All these threats about burgling me, armed robbery, burning my house, I'm aware. I tried to call Kandapa, he didn't pick it. And I got a former National Security Advisor to contact him and tell him. And I know the persons involved. I can name them. I reserve it for the meantime.
They are bagging your house.
I put my life on the Republic of Ghana, and the president will be responsible for anything that happens to me.
They are bagging your house.
I said burglary.
Okay.
They will rob me.
Okay.
They will burn my house.
People are planning to do that.
Look, I am telling you that the intelligence is there. And I called the Minister for National Security, he didn't pick it, but I...
Should I talk?
Yep. Hello, welcome back, lovely viewers. With me here, Asmau Ashiru Bawa on the program like the Morning Star here on MSTV. We've already discussed the issue that had to come with all the front line of all the papers we have today. I mean, the newspapers. We discussed it with my colleague Isa Abubakar. Now I have some two sweet ladies here with me. I have Hajia Saadatu Al Hassan. She is the Zongo Caucus NDC communication member of the Greater Accra, Hajia Saadatu Al Hassan. And with me, my lovely sweet lady from the NPP, Hajia Zueratu Mohammed Bello. She's the NPP Communication Director for Ayawa. So it's welcome, ladies, and I'm glad to have you on this show.
Thank you very much.
Let me start with you,
And
Hajia. I'm Asmau Ashiru Bawa. Okay, let me start with you, Hajia Zuera Mohammed Bello. The issue of Martin Amidu. What do you make of that issue, his resignation altogether?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Good morning to our lovely viewers. Martin Amidu have every right as a Ghanaian to choose to work and choose not to work.
Okay.
He resigned and he has issues and he tabled out those issues that are the reasons why he resigned. And government respond to his issues appropriately. So I don't see anything wrong with him resigning, and I don't see what the government have said about the reasons they think is why he resigned. He was talking about he resigned because he felt threatened. He resigned because he felt the president is interfering with his job.
Yeah.
But knowing Hamidu as a lawyer, a very reputable lawyer as such, he should have known that you have to give the other party the chance to explain themselves. Everybody has the right to explain himself. And what Hamidu was investigating was not corruption issue.
So you mean it's not a corruption?
It's not a corruption issue because
it's a deal.
there is a deal that has not been signed. That nothing has happened to that deal. There is a proposal that has been sent to Parliament for Parliament to assent their acceptance
before
on
we
it.
come there,
It is just a corruption assessment.
If you can remember but before I come there, let me take Hajia Sada to take on Martin Amidu's resignation because we have a lot to discuss there.
Yes, we do.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Send my greetings to this our lovely viewers this morning. Ajay, I'd wanted you to get done with my sweet big sister, beautiful big sister, because she was even talking to me. In a nutshell.
Yes, I want to have your take on the issue of his resignation.
Martin Amidu,
yeah, we
Ghanaians know Martin Amidu very well.
As a good lawyer.
Anti-corruption crusader. NDC, we are not a saint, okay? It's an human institution where definitely you find people with different characters. Martin Amidu is our man.
You mean the NDC?
Yes, he was our man.
Okay.
And then the NPP thought it wise that as a lawyer, a renowned lawyer and an anti-crusader, he is in the best position to fight corruption. That is why he was appointed as the special prosecutor. Now, from 2018 till date, Martin Amidu in his resignation letter made mention that he thought he was appointed on an independent job.
Yeah.
But then from 2018 till now, he realized that no, he's being controlled by this corrupt government. Martin Amidu's resignation letter let us get it clear that he didn't only resign based on the Ejapade.
Okay.
He had issues. He had to question and prosecute people, and he's being denied of doing so. It got to a time where Martin Amidu is no longer safe. He made mention of it in his resignation letter that the event of 12 November took the only security he had. I don't want to go deep down there because he wasn't specific. on what happened on Twitter. A lot of things happened on the 12 November, and I don't want to go there. But then I want us to get this clear. Mati Hamidu's resignation letter was not based on only
Ejapade.
Ejapade.
Okay, the lovely viewers, kindly send in your comments if you have any question to ask or you want to make some contribution on this program. Kindly send in to Facebook comment section. Haja Zoera, let me come back to you. You heard what Haja started to say from the NDC, and we heard Martin Amidu's voice earlier before, and you're trying to build a point saying Martin Amidu resigned based on the issue of Ajapa. And here,
that is what his resignation letter said.
Okay.
His resignation letter was on the Ijapa deal.
Yeah.
And when we talk of corruption, and I hear people from the NDC talking about corruption, it baffles me.
Wow.
Because a government that is shredded with corruption, a government that have a corrupt leader, with corruption, when you talk about corruption with the MPP, you can't associate Nana Addo with it, because there is no direct accusation of corruption towards His Excellency Nana Addo. He was bold. He said he is not corrupt. He will not be corrupt, and he can never be corrupt. See, this election that we are going in, it is between two people. It is between Mr. John Mahama and Mr. Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. And these two people, Ghanaians know them. Ghanaians know their records. So when we talk about corruption, when it comes to NDC and MPP, I don't even know how to say it all. Because when it comes to corruption, NDC have a leader that can't be bold and say he's not corrupt. Because we have a leader whom, when he was a vice president, his own president asked for him to be investigated over corruption. The same leader. We have the same leader who, as a president, took a Ford as a bribe. We have, so there is nothing, there's no comparison between the two leaders. Let's get back to Martin Amidu.
Yes, please.
Martin Amidu talked about corruption and his life being in danger and all that. You could see the government, the president has ordered for a 24 hours, 7 days security for Martin Amidu. Yeah. Because we know the people we are dealing with. We know the people we are dealing with.
And we say you know the people. Are you talking about Ghanaian or the
We know the people. We have a political party whose national chairman was caught on the tape talking about all these issues when elections are going, how they are going to ban markets, and we've seen what has happened at Odona. I'm just talking out loud because in the tape they said they will target some big markets and ban them. They will target some key people and make the people feel their life is threatened.
Okay.
That is how these people want to, this is how far these people want to go. That they will make people feel they are threatened, their lives is in danger, and that is what is happening. So we know the kind of people we are dealing with. We don't want anything. We don't want even a hair on Martin Amidu's head to be touched, because we know the people we are dealing with. Anything can happen so that the government can be blamed.
But if you can remember, according to Mr. Martin Amidu's resignation paper, he did mention about only Ejapa. He said the government has been interfering in so many things. He made mention about his issue of appointments, his pay, like the allowances and whatever should be his rights were not even given to him. Even his appointment came late. And there are certain things he said was the reason why he has to resign, because he felt he's not given the mandate to do what he should do.
And he took Martin Amidu, of the Martin Amidu we all know, for close to 3 years to come out and say this. Martin Amidu was investigating Airbus.
Yes, Airbus issue.
He was investigating Ayariga. And those ones, was there any interference? What have come out of those ones?
Maybe that is because all those allegations are from the opposition party.
Yeah, from his party. Because when he
he's
was,
party.
yes,
But
he is a
he
member of
wasn't
NDC,
appointed.
and
Okay.
he's still a member of NDC, and there is no dispute about that. And he still stands that he is a member of NDC. See, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is resolute. He wants to fight corruption. That's why we have refined lawyers in NPP, but he chose to take from the opposition so that you have his independence. Our response to him, knowing Martin Amidu, it has been more than 24 hours and he has not responded back to all those that we said.
He's saying
he talked about
the NPP should not push him.
We've already pushed him. We've already pushed him because we've already set everything on the response we've given. We've dared him. We've pushed him. We've said everything. He talked about his offices not getting, he doesn't have an office to work. He doesn't have staff to work with. We've brought out everything. We've talked about how he was given a key to a 10-story building apartment for an office.
He doesn't want to move in, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so where is the interference? See, the job is more than Martin Amidu.
He can't do it.
He can't do it. He thought it is just the citizen vigilantism thing that he does, that you take one corruption issue and then you go and pursue it at the court. It's what is about to happen.
And
but this is a different
with
situation.
The view that he, Martin Amidu, doesn't want to investigate the issue of Airbus. That is why he stepped down.
That is his cup of tea, and I don't like speculations. All these things are speculations. But he said it. He said he doesn't want to pursue the Airbus issue because it involves the government of Ishawan. And he was bold to say that the government of Ishawan is John Dramani Mahama, the former president. And also, he doesn't want to pursue it now because it will feel like witch hunting.
During the election year.
Yes, during the election year. But he pursued the Ejaba deal. The Ejaba deal is a deal. Because there is no corruption. There is no any fact that there has been a corruption in Ejaba. It is an assessment. He's just looking at, okay, if we go through with this deal, there might be corruption. That is what the investigation is about. And that was the report that came out. Let's get it clear here. It is not a corruption issue like the Airbus and what have you that he's in. This is a deal that is a deal. You understand?
I get you.
So it is an assessment that look into it. We are all going to Kumasi, and then this is the bus we chose to go with it. And then you look at it as an expert of buses. And look, if this bus is taken to us, would we arrive safely? That is exactly the scenario of what Martin Amidu did with Ejapa deal. It is to check that if we go through with this deal, there might be monies
that might
pockets, and then it will become corruption. But the deal has not gone through yet, and then that is where he has brought out his findings. And then the president says, when you gave me your report, you mentioned names of other people in that report, and that people were asked, because in a fair world, everybody is given the chance to respond to everything that you say about me. I can't just come and say, Hajia, you are this, you are that, and then sit in my room and then make conclusions without asking you and finding out from you. So those people also responded. The president called you, Martin Amidu. These people said you have not contacted them to ask of their view and how they feel. And these people says they are willing to even give you a PowerPoint presentation to have an idea of why they want it that way. And you said no. And the president gave you their response that this is their response. Go and read their response so that you make conclusions to your report. You said no. And you went and you did your own thing. A person who says he doesn't have even the staff to work with. So with which people did he work with to come to that conclusion? So which means he sat in his confine of his room and then made his own conclusions and came out without giving the other party
Ajazera, thank
the
you so
chance
much.
to also
Let me
explain
hear
themselves.
what Ajasadeto has to say regarding all this issues, the
Ajia,
fuller value of.
I think that Ajia is not. If I am in a position, I would avoid media for some time. But sometimes politically, it is very difficult to be defending some issues. This Matiamidu's issue, if I am in Aja's position, I mean, I would avoid myself from the media for some time. Because the issue is that if we talk about corruption and the government who is willing to fight corruption, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has given us so many proofs. She spoke of the former president, late Professor Mills, asked our incoming president to be investigated.
Yes.
That is the level at which NBC is prepared to fight corruption. Do you think His Excellency?
But this is the same man who we are saying fought corruption, and he is being like those
Investigated
times
by
he would have
corruption.
He
been.
was a former president at that time.
But he
His
would
president.
have been investigated.
Yes, he would have been investigated because this is the level at which our party is ready to fight corruption. Do you think that in any way His Excellency Akufo-Addo would ask Bawumia to be investigated?
So
Because he's not
that is former John Dramani Mahama, former president, that has some level of corruption attached to him. That made
That
the
was
former
the
president
perception that
willing
was-
to investigate
That was
him.
the perception that was given at that time.
Okay.
And so the president thought it wise that irrespective of your position, you should be investigated.
Okay.
You understand? You understand the point I'm trying to make. Now let's come to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Vicky Ama, just by mere leak video,
Audio of her.
she was sacked. Okay? The brass banding, the money was found. Gifty thought it wise on her own to resign. Abuga Pele was tried during our tenure in office. He was a man, he was a party member, and he's facing trial now. Now, if we talk of all these people, you could see that John Dramani Mahama has made an attempt of fighting corruption.
Ajazera was saying Ejapajo has nothing to do with corruption here.
What are you telling me?
What is your take
What
on
are
that?
you telling me
Yes.
that Ejapajo has nothing to do with corruption and that it is a deal that the president keep insisting and telling the special prosecutor to hold on onto his investigation?
To listen to the other
What
people
is it about that he's being asked to hold on? Now I
But
said it
she
in
just
my
said
first-
it that so that he will be able to hear from the other people who Mr. Martin Hamidu
Listen,
said.
let me tell you something. I
Okay.
made it clear in my first submission
Yeah.
that Matiami thought he was an independent worker. Matiami is not working for the president but the state.
Yeah.
These people, by mere mention of their names, should have been referred by the president to go face Matiami for questioning.
Not the president.
Not the
himself doing that.
president doing that. Why should the president? If you have a special prosecutor who also has a deputy, okay, why should the president question those people and then come back to the special prosecutor to give him a report?
I get you.
Now, let me tell you something, Hajia. Mati Amidu, we all know. Look, till date, Mati Amidu, the MPP have not come out to say anything as far as I am concerned as a politician. They have said nothing concerning Mati Amidu because they don't have. Look, the corruption
But they have
level
said
in this
the
government.
government has responded to Martin Hamidu's issues. I think there's even 64 pages of.
over that. But you see, let me tell you something. The corruption in this government. Matamidu was hit. Matamidu thought he has seen corruption. He has seen it all. But then when he got to this government, he realized that no. Whoa, what is this I am seeing? Because look, we have Cater Port, where an MD has been appointed and being paid for non-existing ports. We have my sister's foundation or organization or whatever they call it. Their father was a former minister. he was a presidential candidate who lost 3 times. All those times, these children didn't deem it fit to form an organization until 2018. And look at I'm even scared that we've lost so many banks. I'm scared we are going to lose, commercial bank. Because the amounts that
you mean the Ghana Commercial Bank?
Of course. Look at the kind of amounts that was given to these children, the children of the president. We have so many organizations. We have orphanage. We have so many organizations. These children didn't deem it fit to hold on to 1 or 2 organizations to make them grow by themselves, but thought it that president children forming an organization and going to the commercial bank to take this huge money. Look, one of the reasons the banks were collapsing was that we couldn't be pushing money, wasting money, pushing in money. Look, if this money that was given to the children of the president was pushed in so many banks, I think so many people will still remain employed. But a lot of people has lost their job because of the excuse of pushing in money and the money is not coming out.
Back.
But it has been given to the children of the president in the name of foundation.
Oh.
Isn't this a huge, corruption? We have presidential staffers. Numbers increasing from 998 to 1,614.
As you're talking now.
As we are talking to you now. And they are all being paid.
Presidential staffers.
Look, let me tell you something. His Excellency Akufo-Addo, 4 years in power, pinpoints to me one person that has been prosecuted with corruption. We have a lot of them. A lot of them. Now we want the finance minister to come out clearly and tell us what he went to Marty Amidu on the 21st to do in his house. What was the conversation that took the financial minister to Mr. Hamidu's house? She said that they have renowned lawyers in MPP and they
decide to pick
Marty Amidu. Marty Amidu was picked on a political basis. Of course, to pick Marty Amidu, use him against the NDC. And we said it when Marty Amidu was appointed, that Marty Amidu cannot prosecute a single member of NDC because there wasn't anybody to look if.
But there have been series of scandals even after John Dramani Mahama's regime. There has been series. But let me take a quick commercial break. If you come back, we'll continue with that. Kindly, viewers, send in your comments if you have any question or you have anything to say regarding this issue that had to do with Martin Amidu. Kindly send in your comments on our Facebook comment section, MSTV on Facebook. With me here, Asmau Ashiru Bawa, and my 2 lovely ladies on this morning show, that is the Morning Star. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll take it from there.
What? I'm a Ghanaian. I don't fear anything. And as I said, to die in the cause of fighting corruption is what I started with President General Lawrence since 31st December 1981. And I'm not going to leave it because some people think that they can threaten me. I don't give a damn about that.
We wish you all the best, sir. And Ghanaians would be waiting to hear you respond to some of the issues that were raised by the presidency when you deem it.
Well, I have told you that if they don't stop, I will respond. As to what I will do, I will reserve that to myself. But as I said, whatever happens to me, I live my life on the Republic of Ghana, and the president has a constitutional duty to protect me. I don't need any security at my house or to follow me. And anybody who makes an attempt, he will have himself to blame.
Since you are a citizen vigilante, should members of the public who want to come and protect you do so?
My friend, people have called and want to even come and track loose from Baku and all that. And I've told them that these are all, what they are hearing, they are not true. Because as a citizen of Ghana, I'm entitled to say my mind and defend the Constitution. The fact that you are in government doesn't mean that when you are dissatisfied with the report, you go after the person of the fellow. Look, the Minister for Finance has been my friend for years. Why will I go for him? While I was writing the report, didn't he come to this house? Was
Okay,
and
sir.
I say let's stop it before we watch dirty linens in public.
Thank you, sir, for speaking to us.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome back, lovely viewers. You guys here on the morning show side here on the MSTV. With me in the house, my two lovely ladies from the NDC and the MPP, Haja Sadotu from the NDC and Haja Zuera, my lovely sister, big sister from the NPP. Muna tattauna batu da ya shafi lamarin na Martinamidu yanda ya resign, the response da kuma government ya bayar dangane da resign da Martinamidu yayi. Abokin aiki daga City FM wato Umar Sanda ya samu tattauna wanda yake shine na farko da aka tattauna da Martinamidu bayan resigning da yi. Martinamidu ya faɗi batutuwa da yawa, yana ɗaya daga cikin abin da muke tattaunawa. Lovely ladies, welcome back.
Thank you.
Ada Zuwaira, Martinamidu said after ya resign, his wife is on threat. Anna threatening she, and most people threatening him. He knows, we all know where the threat will come from. Me like to put it
Martinamidu ya yi magana da yawa kuma cewa kaman ana threatening shi zai zama min wani abin da zai zama sabo na domin Martinamidu na da his own agenda. Kaga Martinamidu ya bi NDC yana ganin kamar shi ya cancanci a ce yau shi ke gaban NDC ba John Mahama ba. Inda kiyayyen shi zo ma John Mahama ke ne so ma bin corruption da John Mahama ya cin hancin John Mahama duka yana bi kai da su menene. Kaga Martinamidu ya zai magana batun shani government official one kan Airbus kan kuma magana Ijapa yake yi fa. Mun ga kan da president ya zo kan shi ex-president John Dramani Mahama ya zo ce mai kaman shi coward ne kuma stupid. Wannan nan duka na cikin sannan kuma Martinamidu na da nashi agenda da yake so, amma yayi zai yi samu wannan agendan back. Ya kamata zai samu sofon gidan shi NDC ya so mu kawo wa kan shi. Shi ta yi magana batun wani 12 ya sunan shi November. Abin da ya hauke kuma magana shi kuma da ya faɗi na kuma in dai kana read kana comprehend abin da ka read, that is exactly what that means. Domin da ya faɗi ya kare na ya explain kasa shi bai bar shaka nan kamar magana kawai sagaga cikin iska bane. Da ya magana kamar event that happened on 2012 ya move forward. Ya magana kamar the only shield he have, the security that he have, can understand, was lost. And who died on the 12th of November? Rollins died. It's ina kamar Rollins ne cover shi kan da kuma zai yi zo su karbi NDC su annun John Mahama domin ai Rollins da kanshi bakin ciki kai shari'a mutu domin shi da fatin shi an karbi fatin hannun shi. Ka gani kira kan mun ga mun san wannan ya zo yayi kukan shi ya lament yayi maganganu da yawa kan da batun kan da NDC ko John shi Rollins da kanshi akwai maganganu videos din shi dai wanda yayi magana yace wai kamar on the NDC 2020 elections in Ghana ake ga su da kansu su san ba su bi, amma abinda suke yin garuka for 2024 there is a video the former founder of the NDC yayi wadannan maganganu da yawa. Isa Martinamidu na so ya komo back to the NDC samu ya zo ya contest. Isa ya zai yi ya kamata mu ya zo ya wani abu da ya so NDC muna nan ga in aka ce wanda suka zage Martinamidu ya wuce kowane zage shi NDC tun lokacin da ya sunan shi marigayi a Tamils kenan shi Martinamidu sun kore shi mani as minister. Mu ba mu kore shi ba, an ba shi time yayi aiki aka abubuwan da yace na neman duka aka ba shi ce ne so kamar wani cry baby ni na so da office yin aiki aka ba na ban so office ga ni na so yan aiki su aiki aka ce ga 200 rani ba so yan aiki 200 shi kullu yana da wani maganan da yake da shi domin ne shi da kanshi ya gan aikin da ke nan bai yi ya gaji. Sannan kuma muna da video audio da ma yanzu akan gangama audio na ma court su accepting shi audio na ofusu ampo na accept domin authentic audio ne bai yi deny kaman bai fadi ba wagan ga kowa ya san kaman shine domin dan wansu no ya record ya kawo abin waje cikin audio nan sun fadi suka ce wai kaman wai election sai kai 6 months to elections akwai wa'ansu manyan NPP da za a target su a kashe su cikin audio nan kenan kuma mun ga abin da ya happen ma MP ya sunan garin gamani su jama ko minani da kan da aka kashe shi ya mutu wai robbery da su bi har yanzu muna duban kan da yake kuma abubuwan da aka fadi cikin audio nan in ka duba yana happen kadan ai batun kan da za a yi kidnapping mu da kan mun san abin da yazo batun kidnapping kan naka kidnap matan mu guda uku daga yason shi takura da yau aka ce sun mutu ko menene batun kidnapping nan da batun tefin ga ya fito ba mu ce ba ai ko yanzu ga ma ba associate da party ma fa amma abinda suka fadi ne kuma da abinda ke afkuwa the coincidence is just too much su yi maganan aka mata ki kidnap wadan so a bari just to make the government ungovernable to make people feel that the security of the country is in shambles that the president cannot control the security of the country. Isa abubuwan da suka yi ne da yana cikin audio nan da yana happen. Cikin audio nan no chairman NDC national chairmans ya faɗi ofosuwan pofu ya faɗi kaman waɗansu mutanen da ke gaban abubuwa kaman gaban gwamnati da su menene where we will chase them some individuals we will make them feel threatened we will make them feel their lives are in danger. Abinda tape ne fa dike now. It's a way kaman somebody to feel kaman rayuwansu na cikin hannun wani na neman ya kashe su ko wani lokaci ko ya musu kaman ana bin su a kashe su. Ana sa musu tsoro cikin zukatansu. It's abinda Martina Miru yake fadiwa yau kaman yana feel kaman an kashe shi da su wani menene. It's da wuri His Excellency Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo yace a bashi police protection 24 hours 7 days a week har randa Martina Miru dai ce yanzu ya bar gan kaman za kashe shi domin mun san irin mutane da muke tare da su mun san irin mutane da muke araka da su
if anything should happen to him
ask president esa president dai sauri e bashi ya sunan shi security domin fadi wan shakan gaga da irin mutanen ga da ke da irin wanga tunani ka zauna kai tunani kai mutumin Ghana kai ka zauna kai tunani kamar ya kamata ko nan su mutane cikin Ghana da ya kamata mu bar rayuwansu su san kamar za su mutu ya kamata mu kidnap wadansu mu kidnap yaran mutane ya kamata mu kashe wadansu mutane ya kamata kasuwan mu da ke nan manyan kasuwan mu target wadannan kasuwan mu kone kasuwa kaman guda uku mun ga abin da ya happen odo nan ba mu musali ko batun teku nan noke ko sai gudana yasa wannan da arbin mamaki ba
muryan ofosuwan fufu ina jiya court ya set an buga daga court kuma wani issue ne da yake ya dade ma ana zuwa ajiya komo
so
with what Hajiya Zora said
I think especially when a case in our court
yeah
talking about it you should be very careful.
Yeah.
So with this issue of with chairman turn the case in our court and court is sitting on it, I don't debate on it much.
But with the issue of the voice and what is happening around, just like Hajiya Zora, I say, don't you think it has something to do with the party?
Yes. The truth is that
yes,
MPP is trying to get an escape hanya da za su bi. Look, what is happening? Yabo MPP yanzu akan ga suna neman kaman ya sunan shi ruwa zai dauke ka. Everything you find,
you try to hold on.
Kana so ka kama.
Yeah.
Look, let us even open the Ejapadil mutane to gane what exactly Ejapadil contains. The gold in the Mukereshi, in that for so many years, Ghana has been feeding on it. CMPP so to say, let us be clear.
Are they selling it?
Of course. In a transparent, I didn't interrupt you, please. In a transparent way, somebody understand what is going on. Of course, if you're going to give this,
but I think Batsir was
educated on that.
Yes.
For certain, Aja, let me tell you something. And then you want to give it to somebody, take money for 13 years. How do you survive? But nobody is attacking the major English.
For the development of the country.
Look, president comes, president goes.
I think instead of maybe the Ghana Beyond Aid, sometimes need not do by Japadil, China maybe such because Ranching Kudina is getting too much. And we have something that we can use to get the money.
When we were in power.
And we can pay back the money.
When we were in power, Baumia said it, that we are rich enough to borrow.
We are not rich. We are rich enough not to
borrow.
Yeah, not to borrow.
Yeah, that's why.
We are rich enough not to borrow.
Yes, you've answered it.
Akufo-Addo said it. That's Yektisikasu. And so and then we were voted out. In Nakudi, do you have to go to Etapa before we get that money? I didn't interrupt you. Do you know the amount they have borrowed so far?
Yeah,
after one not borrowing, mother come on Japan. Look at Jamuna Geringa, Maritime Authority.
Yeah.
Mutungudaite, ya get a 2-bedroom apartment.
Of course.
With 11 or 12 air condition.
Yeah.
Don't allow one not 12 air condition. The kids have been putting in Duba, I want Ajia to know that using voice on Matiamidu's case is not. Look, I am daring MPP to dare Matiamidu.
We've dared him
because you have not dared him. Kennedy Jabo only came and spoke about Matiamidu visiting health issues and all that. Come out and tell us what exactly transpired between you and Matiamidu. I said it in my early submission that the financial minister should come out and tell us what he discussed with Matiamidu in his house.
But she said that
then she's very funny. She
no. We are daring. Look, because Mumu said Matiamidu, we know who Matiamidu is. He said it in his interview that if they dare me, what I will say will not be palatable.
We've dared him.
But they
have not dared him. He's not expecting Aja to dare him. He's expecting them to dare him. Them, when we say them, Aja, you know
Canada Japan said
you know who we are referring to as them, not Aja, not me.
Canada Japan has dared him.
He has not dared him. He only speak of his
mental serious daring.
Okay, since when did you know?
Serious daring.
When Matiamidu started investigating Ayaruga, MPP were clapping.
Yeah, of course.
And then what happened to that?
What happened? Nothing happened.
He said he's his son. That's why he stopped. He said it.
He
said that Ayaruga is his son. That's why he stopped it.
And listen, Aja, listen. He said in his voice and his interview that Ayaruga is my son. And for the work of the beauty of our country, I have to investigate him. He investigated him. The case was thrown out. I am saying that we have corruption issues in this government, this current government.
So 4
years down the line, Madam, listen, Aja, let us be clear and open to each other. Akufo-Addo government, family and friends government, wants to promote everybody that is under them. Akufo-Addo government will not allow you. Look, NDC, we allow you to do. Even when you come out with it, we understand you. Akufo-Addo's government will not allow you because it's a family and friends government. Will Akufo-Addo allow you to nail his daughter, to nail his cousin, to nail his brother? Hell no, he will not do that. And so Matiamidu will be controlled. And I know Matiamidu, we know Matiamidu, he will not allow himself to be. Look, when he said that the incident that happened on the 12th took the only security away. And she is saying Rollins. We will not dispute that fact. Come on, Rollins aside, Matiamidu was still there. But the death of Rollins scared him. Yapu kama shemutua ba kwana ba ni scared. Rollins ya mtu she didn't want to kashina ya kashini.
And
you are telling us that the voice of Osama, look, what is happening in MPP? What happened with Matiamidu? You appoint somebody January 2018. You gave him an appointment letter February 2020. What do you expect him to do?
So
somebody
all those years
in a clear look, let me tell you.
But all those years, he was working because I remember the Ayarigasma issue was somewhere around 2000.
And that is what they wanted him to do. Prosecute Ayariga, prosecute NDC, prosecute because he realized that, hey, not gun corruption, and more corruption. Hey, Baba corruption. So he was like, come on, what the again in a was a kiss a quick casa. The casa. It's a one day gun to get this in a one not come on, Gatan and Catan. And the got corruption. Ya got material, got corruption. And the what material, Burgana totally out. Corruption between the Basoro. Ya wouldn't they got a 2-bedroom? A lunch of a person lunch 700 cities at Yado and Makika Day lunch.
One shall keep it down. I shall put it down. Brazil.
He was
Brazil. I shall go.
He was removed from that position.
I
admire the president with
let her watch the benches where they should be actually too much. My son, sit no more. Come and sit on my lap so that we do the corruption together. It's excellent.
We are going to boarding house. She and I want to have a cat. They were going to cow she did. She could do what she could do what the normally shake. So he took him there. Brought him close, steady do what she that cow. Now you got to Abuga Pelemud, who were in MPP government. Wakuka. Eh, you got to corruption. Lunch, Mutungu, that 700 per head. I don't know like a Samu Kudi. The Kaiki restaurant, you can say like in my burner. 700 cities.
Thank you so much, Adazora. Let me read some of the comments that Muke Samu, Abdullahi Aliyeche, MSTV, Sarin Ha, inshallah. Sana Alhassan Sumani Jr. Yeche, great, keep the good works there. Sana Mokazo Kuma Jr. B. Sali Yeche, how can you say Mahama's government is corrupt and sit here trying to defend this government on this issue? The Ejapa deal should be condemned by both parties, NDC, NPP, Ghana first. And then another one here also said, Jamal Mohammed said, oh my God. And Haruna Mba said, Ghana first. Abdullah Ali, he said, my people, let us all be mindful and hold up in mind that the NDC only want to create an impression that the NPP are corrupt, which is obvious and lie. They did the same in 2008 against Kufuor administration, and the same Abdullah Ali said the NDC woman should boldly tell us whom the NDC government prosecuted from the NPP party. Chasuchi Kata is there, Asibit is there, Abuga Pele is there, Abo Datmi is also there. All these people are the frontline executive of the NDC, and all of them were prosecuted before. The same Abdullah said, Zuaira Mohammed Bello, wallahi, your communication skill is very effective and eloquent. The NDC woman lacked the basic comprehensive understanding of what communication is. She should simply anticipate the impact of what she's saying rather than ranting without substantial evidences to support her claims. The same Abdullah Wanga Ali said NDC with hypocrisy. It's like Bob Marley and weed. What have seen the NDC from talking about Mahama, who took our 80% deposit of Boxat to his brother Ibrahim Mahama. So today, from the NDC, Martin Amidu is a saint. And Hajia Idrisu said, yes, you are doing great job. Harun Amba said, good job, MSC, keep it up. And Abdullah Ali, NDC bought coconut for $400. Ajazora.
Shakubi.
Palmuduba. Mumbai, few minutes.
Okay. Sister na time magana batun wai the young president.
Yes.
The young president da aka ce akwai corruption ciki. Akwai da muna corruption.
Yeah, mata na nufi kaman ba such amount of money. Da aka doki.
Da aka doki na.
Ko da yaja.
Wayomi. Nawa ka doki aka ba wayomi. Aka ce create, loot and share. Suje kawai su create suje su ci. Domin shi na national corruption na ciki. No wanganga NDC su goda muna corruption da ke cikin wannan kudin da aka karbi wanga loan ga aka loan ne fa da aka karbi ga kuma aiki da suke yin da shi kuma yana nan ana gani sannan kuma muna garin gai aka dauki kudin mu aka ja aka yin confirm iya ka ce corruption NDC dai shi ba saka da fadi ba kaman kan da nake magana NDC su gwada muna mutumin NPP kwaya guda lokacin kufuwa aka suka ce NPP corrupt suka kawo listin mutane 30 something su osafo mafu su menene da corrupt sun corrupt da su menene su gwada muna kwaya guda da aka zo corruption da suka ce duka na alleged corruption da suka fadi nan duka aka aka kama mai shi na kamar mai shi na ya corrupt aka sa shi je shi yan NDC NDC da mu kira listin waɗanda suka je kan corruption da suka fito cikin NDC yanzu aka ga su kamar 20 ya sunan shi cases na ke court ma yanzu aka ga with corruption da komai da suna almost 45
that had to do with the NDC.
Yes, had to do with the NDC. Conviction da yazo cikin mutanen da ke cikin sun kai 12 tun lokacin su caci cikata har lokacin a sunan shinganga da su ne
in terms of fighting corruption NPP fought corruption more than the NDC.
Bari ga maka in aka ce za ka duba abubuwan da in the issue of like institutions da ke fought corruption.
I'm saying Ghana institutions and all the
institutions da ke as well as fight corruption in the cikin Ghana in the history of Ghana aje aduba which government have resourced that institution much
especially kuma ka kawo kuma wani office daban special prosecutor
kuma muka zaba doko kuma from NDC muka ce no muka zo muka doko wani from MPP muka kawo mun ce an ce kamar cash for which hunting ne yazo ya hunt yan NDC isa muka je muka kawo Martina Mido na su suka ce kamar Martina Mido ba mutumin banzan ne kai shi ba makaryacin da ya kai Martina Mido yan NDC suka fadi wannan fa kuma shi John Mahama former president yace kamar wai Martina Mido coward ne kuma Martina Mido stupid ne
no but excuse me yeah he said but
manage no okay no stupid ne it's if a stupid person now comes out to say things about this government and NDC are clapping and jubilating over it. So I question like their understanding, their credibility and all that. Don na kama wanda dai kuku riga kun discrediting shi cikin rayuwar ku kuma mun san kamar shin nan shi non-entity ne in everything that you have said about him. Shi yau ga kuma zo a ce kamar komin da shi ya faɗi duka shine tattas shine abin da ke sai
1 minute to wrap up your conversations and then zuka
oh ni abin da ni dai dan fadi batun shani Martina Mido gani aiki ne fi karfin Martina Mido domin Martina Mido na da nashi agenda na 2024 na NDC yasa yanzu ya kamata yazo ya zama darling boy su kamar kan da yau kowa ya tashi Martina Mido kuma mun san kamar he's stupid and he's a coward says the president, the ex-president John Dramani Mahama.
Haja, nagaki hadiyar zuciya. This is the people when you are dealing with them, you always have to breathe in and out. Allah sabuda. So you see the problem is that we are ready. Kingani tace wai Martina Mido. Aiki ya fi karfi. Of course aiki ya fi karfi.
ya ga babban
aiki. Ai na ta ma eka flat da shi lomi da yake shi ka ba karami aiki
amma ajiya ta ce corruption da ke cikin NPP ba a same shi kamar wanda aka samu cikin NDC kamar kan kane shi ne cikin NPP
ajiya
kuma ta faɗi
from democracy
NPP government ya fought corruption more than
from
fighting corruption more than the NDC
from 92 till date bad government in the year corruption kama Akufo-Addo government so now they are fighting tooth and nail to make sure we don't come back. And inshallah we will come back.
So you prosecute.
When we catch away corruption that can list in NDC government about 48, we will list 154. And still counting. We are talking about this government. I'm telling you about somebody being paid for catapult that does not exist.
lokacin ku fa bila suka fadi muna an ka muna list mutane 200 and something ko kwaya guda
ana biya MD for a catapult
muna now MD da muna da double salary muna da double salary for
and so when we come back
ni na sa kama NDC ba ko mi ke neman ba NDC ga yan na ya buka pepe na so ce wai kama tun da dai ya tunan shi don mama ya zama corruption ya kamata me na do kuma ya zama corruption na do da don mama ba guda ba kowa cikin Ghana da ya san na do aka na kuma kowa ya san don mama domin in aka ce kaman aka ce corruption Abba, my sister, I mean, I'm gonna sorry, minute. She came out. It's a little soon as I take a mummy. When I have a baby, your mama, for why I think she had to report for the exhibition. You said. It's a mother so mugani. So what I'm gonna walk or rapid issue.
Nothing is going
Nanado is not corrupt. Nanado will never be corrupt. We have a corrupt former president who is coming back because 80% of our bauxite has our 80% of our bauxite has been given to his brother.
Make sure you vote
the mama wants to come back because he wants his brother
and every one of them.
Thank you so much, lovely ladies. Thank you for your time here.
Vote number one. Number one. When you vote number one for Nana Addo vote number one for Honorable
This nation needs to be rescued. Don't be left out.
Why would you?
You know where they are coming from.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. So we can do a recorded interview now.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I'm looking at a publication on Ghana Web suggesting that you have some hidden medical records from Germany that you have not released to the public, and he's daring you to do so. What do you say to that?
Oh, the allegation is coming from an incredible source, a person who has lost all credibility as far as truth is concerned. I mean, Kennedy Ajapon is known in Ghana as somebody who speaks lies at any person of integrity who tries to fight corruption. So I am not surprised that he will stoop that low, to make accusations without any foundation in fact or in truth. I have never been to Germany on any occasion, for a medical checkup. I don't know any German hospital or any German clinic, and therefore his allegations are false.
He said that this came out.
He has documents on me having gone for medical treatment in Germany. He should produce